Hi and welcome to the 8th video in the 0200 series. So this is the finished train station. For those of you who are new, this is a completely scratch-built 1 in 56 scale version of an existing train station, and that train station is in Inkele on the Karelian Isthmus, I think north of Vyborg, border Finland to Russia. There is a link to the Wikipedia page in the description, and that Wikipedia page also includes a picture of this in 1941. So it's that version of the building, and the building is still standing. So one could go and look at it, but yeah, so this is the scale model. What I did since last time, I added the 5 chimneys. They are made out of styrofoam that I basically just cut a brick pattern in and painted them in a brick color. I added some fake windows here at the top. Currently the building has boarded up fake windows. It's hard to see on the historic pictures if that was true like in 1941, but I went with boarded up windows now at least. And I added these tiny corrugated metal roofs, which it had from I've seen it on the pictures from 1920, so those are pretty old. And I also added the stairs. And if we look at the back side, if we remove these two German models, just move it around a bit. Here we go. This is the back side. The back side is more or less a guesstimation. I know that currently there is a tiny building over here, but I haven't seen any aerial photos from 1941, only photos on the front, so I don't know if that existed. So I guesstimated that it didn't. And yeah, so that is the building from the outside. Let's look at some other views. Since this is a 28mm scale building, I have some example minis. I have no idea who the manufacturer is of these. I've had them for like 10 years, so I have no idea. But anyways, this is how 28mm minis scale up to the outside of the building. And now we can look at the inside instead. Now for the interior, I have not seen any photos of the interior, so I have no idea what that looks like. So this is my guesstimation basically, based on where the doors are and how the building was built, because in 1920 the outer wall was here, and in 1941 it is over here. So this probably is a separate kind of room of sorts. So I went with a some kind of living quarters, blue wallpaper, and then we have the reception information ticket buying booth in here, and the waiting hall over there. So I have a door between those, but no door in here. The floor is just painted balsa wood. I added trim in all the corners just because it's a 220 gram paper that I used for the wallpaper. It doesn't really bend in a good way, so I basically sheeted and put some green trim just from balsa wood in the corners. And also I tried to replicate the outside, like there are some horizontals on the outside. I did the same thing on the inside just to get some continuity in there. And we have clear plastic in all the windows. The clear plastic currently is just press fit into the opening. I am a bit undecided of how much detail I want to add on them. It is a gaming terrain building, so I don't want loads of things like sticking out and loads of furniture and stuff, because I want it to be playable. So I was thinking just maybe gluing these in and then leaving it basically. So yeah, that is the inside. Just we can have a look on the other side too. So from the what I call the front with the two doors, and the back has one door. So this would be out to the train tracks basically. So if we just look at the roof, I still have my LEDs, but with all the lighting I have set up currently, it's not noticeable, but they are in there and they still work. So that is the train station. So let's look at what is up next. So next up we have the train tracks. We have a train station building, we need some train tracks. And this is the sketch I did yesterday of all the dimensions I'm gonna build them to. So the track, basically bed, will be 65 millimeters wide, and historically they had 3 lines of train tracks with 3 offshoots, and that will be so much train track and for basically no use. So I will probably just do the post-war version of 1 train track, but we'll see. I might change my mind. So yeah, that is where we are going next, train tracks. And I didn't do a side project video this week because I have been 100% working on the train station building, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I'm doing the Russian infantry for Wednesday. They are basically half done. And after that we are doing Polish winged hussars, because now I want a week break from terrain building basically. So we're going to paint some 15mm and some 28mm. And that is where we are. If you have any comments or questions or anything, put them in the comment section below. And I'll see you on Wednesday.
1, 2, 3, 4.